Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you all are well. I'm your English language teacher from Campus 1, Standard 6. Okay, let's start today's video. Today we're going to talk about the same chapter which we started in the previous videos, which are phrases and clauses, and this one is part 3. So let's recall first. First we have worked with phrase definition and clause definition and identification of phrases and clauses, and then we figured out the two classification of clauses, which are main clause and subordinate clause, and then we saw the kinds of phrases and their examples. Now we are going to learn about kinds of clauses. Let's see. This is clause. So as we know that a clause will have a subject and a verb, and it will sometimes give you the full meaning of the sentence, and it can sometimes stand alone, which is your independent clause, which is also called main clause. So let's see. Clauses can be classified as main clause, which is independent clause, as you can see, and the other one is your subordinate clause, which can also be called dependent clause. So these two are our clauses main classification, and then we can also sub classification classify this subordinate or dependent clause, which can be first noun clause, then we can see adjective clause, and then also we can see adverb clause. So we are going to learn about these three kinds of clauses today: noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. Okay, so let's start. As you can see, this table is all about clauses description and example. Let me do this video a little bit up so that you can see. Okay, so clauses can be, as I said, defined into three types, like noun clause, adjective clause, and adverb clause. As you can see the table, the same table is given in your book, the textbook you have with you, and you can also find these things in your book. I have given some different examples so that you can understand it. I have added some more. In your book you will find only one example for each, but I have given 2 or 3 examples for each clauses, okay, so that you can understand. So first one, as you can see, noun clause. Description: performs the work of a noun, can be replaced by a noun, and it usually begins with words like that, what, when, where, how, whether, who, whom, why, etc. Mainly it will describe a noun. It will perform like a noun, but it will have a verb or auxiliary verb and will act like a noun. Okay, let's see example. Whatever you are making will be tasty. So something you are making, it will be tasty. So whatever you are making, some dish, it's performing like a noun in this sentence. So whatever you are making is our noun clause. Another example: does she know where you are living? So where you are living is a living place, it is describing, so it's a noun. Wherever we are going will be fine. The same, the place it is describing, so it is performing like a noun of this sentence, so this one is also noun clause. So I hope you got the noun clause example and its the description it is saying. Okay, now see adjective clause. Adjective clause performs the work of an adjective, obviously, and it will also consist a subject and a verb. It usually begins with word like who, whom, whose, that, etc., and will answer the question how many or what kind. Let's see example. The food that I like is the pizza. So here you can see that I like is answering the question what kind, that I like, right? So what kind, that I like is pizza. So it is describing adjective, right? The food, noun, adjective. So that I like is pizza. So another example, this is the cake that Lily made. Which cake? That Lily made. So the person whom you meet is my uncle. So the person it is describing. So noun, whatever the word will describe a noun, it will be an adjective. So This is adjective clause. And the last one, adverb clause, you can see performs the work of an adverb, and it will surely will have a subject and a verb, and has a subordinate conjunction like after, when, until, before, soon. You know what are the subordinate conjunction, which I have already shown you in the previous video, so you can watch out from there as well. I have given some of them from there. Here you can see in the brackets, to connect it with the rest of the sentence, this subordinate conjunction. And you will usually answer this question like when, why, how, and where. See example: before I go to school, I check my homework. So you check your homework before you go to school. So before is a subordinate conjunction which is connecting the rest of the sentence, and it is answering when. So when do you check your homework? Before I go to school. So this one is your adverb clause. The next one, we will wait until Molly finishes her breakfast. So when will you check? When will you wait until Molly finishes her breakfast? So this is end of this clause classification, and also the end of the chapter. I hope you have find it very easier to understand phrases and clause finally. So I hope you will practice at home more often, and there are some exercises in your textbook. Make sure you practice it, okay? And if you find any problem, mention in classes, okay? So take care. Bye bye.